Hello and welcome to Victor Shamaki, and quickly in today's video we're going to look at how to fill the Udemy tax withholding form. So I will just say one or two things because I have had a rough time. I've been trying to fill this form for like a year, but it didn't work. But you can see that mine is already filled. I'm going to walk you through on how you can fill that. While filling, I'll be explaining some certain things for you, some mistakes that I made, and other things. Right? So to fill the tax form, you just need to just come to this status and go to payout and tax settings. Or once you start making money on Udemy, once your cost start paying, you'll be required to fill a tax withholding form, which I have filled already. Mine, I'm currently being charged 30%. All right, so my tax rate is 13%. So I'm just going to fill in a new form, and then with that, once we're done, I will explain some of the things I was undergoing while filling my form. Okay, so when you come into the tax, you see this welcome to the Udemy Instructor tax form platform. So you just click on OK. You can read through this, but just click on OK. So when you come in, you will see instructor type. So you select whether it's an entity, if it's a business, a company you're working under, and all of that, or it's an individual if it is you, like only me teaching on Udemy now. So, and then you fill in your basic details. Now they're asking, are you a US individual now? This your tax, this thing, your Udemy Udemy instructor, this thing will come in automatically, and then I will fill in my name. Now this name has to be filled in the way you have it everywhere. So I'm going to fill it in with I'm typing it because most of the times one of the things that cost me the issue I had was I was just copying and paste. So I don't really know along the way. That's how I couldn't fill the tax for more than a year. Alright, so I'm just going to type in my name. So the way and which you type it, this is line 1. So make sure it will be like that all through the remaining part of this. So I'm just typing with the username being in capital letter. So I'm just going to fill in my date of birth. So I'm done with that side. Then I'm going to answer that US thing is not applicable. Then I'm going to select Nigeria as my country because I'm not in US and I stay in Nigeria. All right. So I'm going to leave this one for now because we'll still meet it in front to fill. So the country of residence is Nigeria. Then I'm going to fill in my address. Okay. So this address I'm going to cut this and bring it here. So this is the number, and then this is okay. So I'm in Zaria and I'm in Kaduna State. Okay. So the zip code is this, and the answer is no, 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 because it's not an alternative mail or business in the US. It's not an address. It's not a care. It's not. Is this an in care of address? No, and then it is also not a post address. So then I'll go to contact details and I'll fill in the names again the way I did in the previous. Where you see label red is telling you that it is it's very, very important Okay, so once I check this, I'm done with form in line 1. All right, so here is for me to read the tax terms and all of that, consent, purpose, additional disclaimer, all of that, to read through them, and then I'll either accept or reject. So you copy this code because you will need the code in future, and then they're asking, so I'm just going to pick which car I buy. I never buy car, so I'm just going to say Mercedes for the purpose of password only, purpose of recovery. You need this for recovery purpose in case you want to recover anything. So the type of form to fill, this is for US resident, this is for non-US resident but individual, and this is for non-US resident entity, that's business and all of that. So I'm an individual, so I'm going to go with this form W-8BEN. So my United States citizenship status, I'm not in US, I stay in Nigeria. I've not been in, well, no. And also I've not been physically in the US since I was born. Neither was I there in the last 31 days. So it's a no answer. Well, anyway, I've traveled to the US using Google Earth, so, but I've not been physically there. All right, so now the tax details now. So, not applicable in Nigeria. Now I'm required to put in my tax. So this is my tax, and I'll click on continue. So if you don't have this, there is a video on how to get your TIN for an individual. So that video, I will leave it on top of this video. All right, so I'm not a resident of any of the country. That is, if you're a resident of any of these countries listed below, Estonia, Egypt, France, all of that, Nigeria, no day here. If you look at it very well, there's no Nigeria. There are only Norway, New Zealand. So all of these countries, Nigeria is not there. So since we are not part of the treaty claim, I will say no, and I will click on continue. So you need to check if your country is part of the treaty plan or it's not. So mine is not. So you check and look at if you're from France, if you're from Egypt, you're part of the treaty claim. So you can just say yes. So I'm going to still say I'm not part of this country. Yes. So I'll go with no and then continue. So now I'm going to check this legal certification. So you need to read it if you have not read it. I've read all of them, so I understand. So I'm just going to tick all of it and tick all of it, tick this last one, and then click on continue. Because you're filling a tax form, so you need to read to understand every bit of what you're filling, more like you're signing a contract. So you need to read them and understand. I've done reading them. I'm only showing you so that you too also can easily fill up your own. All right. So now here I'm going to sign again. I'm typing it. This was one of the things I said cost me serious gbege. So I'm always using. So these were the names. So remember the code we copy, I'll paste it here. So the date is today. And then now this was where I made mistake while I was filing the first one. I clicked on I want to attach a retroactive statement, as if this was someone, as if it was acting on behalf of someone. So when I did it and it failed the first time, so by the time I came back to fill, so it insists it was making this one compulsory. But right now, if I just click here, I can submit electronically. So by the time I check these two and then I begin to have that issue. So because when I came back to fill the form, I couldn't delete the form, the tax form. I had to fill it. So yesterday what I did finally for this to work was I had to just upload anything on this retrospective whatever. I just uploaded I just uploaded something, because by the time I go next now they'll ask me to upload something. So I just uploaded just anything on it. So when I did that, and then it first went through and asked me to submit the tax form. So after submitting a tax form, I came back and filled in a blank tax again. So in case you've come across this issue, because I've sent customer care, I've watched other people's YouTube video, I wasn't seeing this, I want to attach a retroactive statement and all of that. So you need to be careful when filling. But in case you've made such mistake, just when they ask you to upload that proof of attorney, just go and upload anything, then submit the tax form. So I'm going to submit it electronically. So once you submit it, they'll give you some other things to check here. Once you submit it, and make sure you submit the whole thing, then go ahead and fill the tax form all over again. Now when you do that, you see now, once I click and sign here and click on submit electronically, my tax form has been finally submitted. So this was what encountered me. Like I did this for like a year until I was able to find. I take the risks by uploading just any document I saw randomly on my system. I just picked it and upload. So once I was able to submit the tax electronically, I now went back and refilled the tax form. So that tax form was duly accepted. That's why you can see that they are telling me my tax form is approved and all of that. So you can see, so this is it's a 2-in-1 video, one on how to fill the tax form, and two in case you make mistake like I did, and you could rectify it using, go ahead and upload that retroactive, just the proof of attorney. Just pick any random things on your system and upload. So once you've uploaded it and submitted the tax form, then go back again to this tax form and resubmit a new one. Then fill everything okay. Make sure the names, the way you write the name there, it should be the same way as the name in front, and make sure everything is the same. Then go ahead and fill up. You will be accepted. So thank you for watching this video, and I would like to see you in our next video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can see my tax form has been filled and all that, so I can go ahead and download it. So you can see, go ahead and download it. So I'll see you in the next video. For now, bye bye.